as far as quarantine, it gave me a lot of free time. So I worked on my health. I take at least 10,000 steps a day, 100 push-ups a day. I work on my music every day. I always do, but not even more. So I was just working on graphic design, photography, video, whatever I can. You know, save some money, you know, whatever. Read a book. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Walk my dog, cook. Yeah, I'm kind of like the one-man team now. I'm the mole man.
Yeah, I mean, similar for me, quarantine. I mean, I know there's a lot of people truly struggling. So I try to recognize how blessed I am. I can't say there's been a bad experience for me though. You know, the checks have still been arriving. So that's check number one. And then been spending more time with the kids, more time with my wife, haven't had to go into the office. And so, you know, I've been doing a lot of work from home. I'm working all the time from home, but to be able to, knock out something for work, step upstairs, play with my daughter a little bit, or she'll come in, downstairs. And it's just, that's been wonderful. And, just in terms of working on music, I'm kind of a hermit when I work on music anyway. Like I kind of work alone anyway. And so being alone has never been a problem for me. I think that's why I like writing in the first place, is because you do it by yourself. And so, I've never had a problem being alone. I've been recording at home. All of the All Natural albums were pretty much recorded at my house. We would sometimes go into the studio to knock out maybe a final take on lyrics every once in a while. But for the most part, those albums were all done at the crib. And so I've had a home set up since like '92. And it wasn't the best home setup, and it still isn't. But it allows me to get things done. And so to me, it's always been vital to have the home setup, because you never know when inspiration is going to hit you. You never know. It could just be lost. Like 3 a.m, something might hit you. Go downstairs, knock something out. And to be able to do that is just essential to me.
Well, to me right now, it's funny that with COVID, and just at the beginning of this year, I try to get a better attitude about just being more productive and just be more happy and different things. But COVID, I think it allowed me to focus on, like you said, it's funny that this is your question, but to maximize my 24 hours. So, like right now, I'm trying to get up around 5 or 6 and just start exercising. And in between exercises, I work on music and cook and learn different things like that. But that's pretty much how I'm maximizing my 24 hours, by taking care of my health and taking care of my business and my pleasure, which is music, and it's my business too. So yeah, it's funny that you asked that question.
Keep the things that keeping things close. Like we were talking about having a home set up, whatever it is that you need in order to make your music, have it at your disposal. Like Panik was saying, you don't have to spend money to go to the studio. To the extent that you can get things done without having to, pay anybody for anything, be as self-sufficient as you can and keep it close, allows me to maximize my time. And then the things that don't matter, just had the discipline to cut them out. Like, for me, for the longest time, I used to waste so much time on the PlayStation and, doing all kinds of, like, just cut it out. Just stop. Like, unless it matters. If it matters, then, go ahead. But if it doesn't, if it really doesn't matter, just stop. Like, just stop. One thing, so it's funny, I'm not in Chicago right now, so I'm paying attention to things that are going on in Chicago from a distance, but watching a lot of the Black-Brown divide in Chicago right now. That was also one of the things that to me was special about this album. Like when we were making it at the time. Initially I wanted to call the album Maroons, because the Maroon colonies in Jamaica was like when African slaves were brought over, they would connect with the indigenous population and they would resist slavery and create these Maroon colonies. And the Maroon colonies all throughout Central America and Florida, and this is like, where the native population and African population would rebel together. And so I looked at this project in that same kind of way as well. And so, and it's odd that, like, again, like 3-4 years ago or 2-3 years ago when we were working on this, that's where the head was at. And then seeing some of the stuff that's been going on inside of Chicago in terms of the community warring against itself. I won't even say the two communities, because it's one community warring against itself. That's another special thing about this project in my eyes as well, is that, that's my brother right there. And we've been brothers for like 25, 30 years working on this music. And to me, that's an example of what what hip hop can do in order to bring people together who otherwise may not have ever met each other.
Like with music in general, and I got into hip hop, but it was just in my basement on the north side. But until I started listening to hip hop more and just really got into focus into that, and then finally I expanded my mind and I went travel all over the city. That's when I was able to like take things to the next level. I eventually went to the South Side, and I was like probably like out of like 100 people, probably like 5 Spanish guys, so or women or whatever. So it was like you have to. I think no matter what race you are, you have to expand your mind, and until we all get to that point, because I mean it's funny, but hate is ignorance. So in order to destroy ignorance and hate, you got to destroy ignorance, So you have to expand your mind, no matter what race you are, no matter what age or whatever. You have to go learn things. You have to have experiences, new experiences to get out of your comfort zone. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to do with music. It could be food. It could be a book. It could be traveling to another country. You go to a country, you're the only like white guy there, or you're the only Mexican guy in Africa or in Russia or whatever, then you'll learn something. You'll expand your mind. And I think that's what it is. We have to learn things. We have to have new experiences.